Hey guys, you listen to the podcast for I'm your host Leutrim, and today I'm joined by John.
Hello.
And Joe.
Right.
Alright, today we have 3 stories, one from each of us. So just kick back and I guess just listen. Yes? Okay.
I suppose I'll go first. Right then. So today, Wales voted in favour of to be devolved, so we can make our own laws on devolved powers such as healthcare, transport, and all that jargon. And I was kind of owned by a guy who commented on the videos last time because I did have my facts straight. You both well know.
Yes, I saw the comments, they were kind of funny.
Yeah, so I got owned.
Yeah, you did get owned.
So, like every other person in Wales, I was kind of confused on what was going on. Only like 1 in every 1 million people knew what was going on. So in Wales, that's 3 people. So basically, I went and voted. I voted yes because I kind of want devolution. The only place that had the overwhelming no majority was Monmouthshire, which coincidentally is bordered with England, Joe. So
what's that got to do with me?
Yeah. So now we are devolved. We can have our own, obviously, like I said, our own law-making powers and such things as transport, healthcare, all this sort of thing. They think that Wales will be able to make it so it has its own courts without going through a referendum, which personally I don't think is a bad thing. I think we should have our own courts. But now I think, well, we should have the same rights as Scotland and Northern Ireland,
Which are
currently have.
Which are what? Kind
they have their own courts. They can basically they can make their own laws, taxes, everything. The only thing they
Scotland's
can't.
got different laws. Some different laws to us.
The only thing they can't do really is they can't do anything with the military and they can't do anything with benefits.
Alright, okay.
So.
Well, what do you think is first on the agenda for Wales at the moment?
First thing they're going to do is make St. David's Day a bank holiday again.
You think?
No, that's what they said. I don't know.
You think that's like the most? That's like the highest priority.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like a punch in the face. I remember when St. David's Day was a bank holiday. You go in, and you've ever heard of a thing called Eisteddfod?
No.
Basically, it's a big, massive thing where you write poems and you write stories and stuff, and it's basically like a giant fair. And it's a Welsh tradition. You do it like, let's say David's Day when you're in school, and then you have prizes for people who write the best poems and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go home at lunchtime, but because English people moan, Joe.
I'm not England, man.
You are.
Yeah, but I'm not the entire nation.
Of course, Joe. And then because English people moan, Joe, they made St. David's Day not bank holiday anymore. And now I read in the Metro today that they want to make St. George's Day a bank holiday. So what the fuck's that about, Joe?
We're just trolling.
Yeah, you trolled me hardcore. But anyway, I hear. Well, apparently, according to the news when I was watching it today, the first thing they're going to do is make St. David's Day a bank holiday again. It's just it just kind of needed to be done. So
It's good.
like when Wales is the first country in the UK to like not implement it, but like try and put a law through for smoking bans and stuff.
Yeah.
But because it took so long going through Westminster, it was actually the last country to implement it. And I heard that on BBC Radio 1, so kudos to them.
Yeah.
And I'll pass you on to either Joe or Leutrim, whoever says I first.
Leutrim, do you want to go first? I don't mind.
Alright, I'll go first. Second. Well, I've already covered the story in one of the previous videos, probably one previous to this. It's a book that's been released by this guy called Professor, I quote, with, what do you call it when you put both your fingers up and you kind of go?
Air quote.
Air quote, yeah. Professor, air quote, no. Open quote, Professor, close air quote, or whatever the fuck you want to do it. Sheridan Samove. This guy is basically just published a book and he's called it What Every Man Thinks About Apart From Sex. It's 200 pages long, but the funny thing about this is every single page is blank. But the funny thing is, obviously he's trying to make a statement here, a comedic one probably, but The thing is, this book has outsold books like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling, and it's outsold the Da Vinci
It's
Code.
ridiculous.
But
What?
it's just like.
I don't think about anything. I don't think about sex all the fucking time. What the hell's that about?
I mean, like, to me, what you just described, it sounds more like a novelty joke
Yeah.
type thing. And for that to outsell J.K. Rowling, if that's true, that's quite just amazing. Like,
It's made a big statement, hasn't it? It's making a big statement.
I didn't expect it to outsell J.K. Rowling.
Well, it
How much is
has.
this book?
It's £4.69, and the thing is, it's being put to practical use by British students across Britain. What they're using is as like a notebook. Basically, go to lectures in universities and they write down notes or whatever.
I do like it, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah,
like
things like that.
a fancy notebook. That's what it
I
is.
suppose you filled it full of notes, and then the people read.
Yeah, if you, I suppose, like, what every man thinks about apart from sex, I mean, you fill it with your own shit. I
Yeah.
didn't think about it like that.
Fill it with your sex fantasies.
Well, you can't really fit it with that because it sort of defeats the title.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, that's amazing. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, isn't it?
I'm quite
Would you buy it, Joe? As an option?
now that I have that example of students writing notes. Yeah, I think yeah.
Has it got lines? Is it lined paper? Because I can't stand having wonky lines when I write.
No, it's not. It's not lined paper. It's just blank.
No, then I wouldn't buy it.
I'd probably use it as a drawing book. I don't know. Joe, what's your story then?
I've got a little article here about China.
Ooh, China.
Now,
that's
they're
Sorry.
boosting their military spending.
Are they?
China announced that they're going to increase their defense budget by 12.7%,
Is that
which
a
brings their budget
Phenomenal.
up. Brings their defense budget up to $92 billion. And they're saying that it's not. They're not planning for anything, like to do anything, but like because some nations have got a bit worried, you know, you suddenly up your budget by about 9 billion, I reckon. About 10-ish billion is 12%.
I'd be pretty scared if I was a neighbouring country, to be honest. That's...
I'd be, yeah, but they're trying to put people at ease, saying it's not for anything like that. But I'm just wondering, what would they raise it for? Any idea?
It's like, yeah, it's like we were talking earlier on about it, and you're saying about all the recent unrest in the Middle East and North Africa and stuff. They could be afraid of an uprising by the people.
Yeah, because if the China populace decide to rise against their government, that's 1.3 billion people rising against the government, which is quite a big amount.
Yeah.
But if anyone was going to have any power now to go against the government, wouldn't it be the military in like a military coup, so like a political coup maybe? Because now if the military is so big and so well organised by the government, then they'd be able to do it. So you kind of defeat the object. I don't know. So they must have some faith in their own forces to do something like that.
So I reckon they could be afraid of something like that.
I don't think they are. I think they're just doing it because I probably think it's it's military research. Like they're trying to update their
They've only got one aircraft carrier, and it's from like the Soviet Union or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ridiculous. And
It's just
like
an upgrade, and that's all it probably is. They're just trying to get up to date with because you know it's becoming it's competing with all these big countries now, all these kind of how should I put it, these superpowers across the world like the US and so forth. Like it's had a huge economic boom.
US and Russia.
So it wants to kind of pick up, it wants to update its military as well as its economy.
do you really need a military though if you've got nukes?
Who?
Do you really need a military though if you've got nukes? Like,
Well, nukes should always be a last resort, in my opinion. It's like,
I know, but if your homeland's getting invaded by a foreign, like really, like if Britain didn't have an army now and they weren't involved in Iraq and Afghanistan, I know that never happened. Let's just say Britain had an epiphany after the British Empire after World War II. Decided they weren't going to have an army, but they still wanted nukes. I don't think anyone would want to invade Britain just by the fact that they could fire nukes at their home country.
You will still need some military to
Keep calm.
use the nukes, you know, and to keep people calm. Yeah.
Sure, look at Japan though. Their military is like ridiculous. They got like basically no military, and they work fine.
I suppose so.
That's Japan's got robots. Oh,
They got Godzilla and that big moth.
Ninja.
Did you hear in the news that you know
Moth.
Gaddafi, the whole big shenanigans with Gaddafi. Every country in the UN was saying you know, we should impose some kind of military you know, opposition against Gaddafi's regime. But China
He's
was
losing it, man.
Huh?
Gaddafi's losing it.
I know, everyone, there's kind of divided. Some people are saying we should just let the Libyan people do it themselves, but some people are saying they need help. Because, I mean, although most, like, the Libyan military have kind of defected and is going against its own government, they still need help, man. They're getting slaughtered by the thousands. That's not even an overstatement, that's true. But what was I saying? China, they were the only ones who didn't support military how would you put
Action.
Yeah, military action Libya.
Well, China have got a lot of stake in Africa. There's a big thing between Britain and China at the moment. You know how Britain's got a lot of Commonwealth countries in Africa, and they've recently found a lot of oil off the coast of Ghana.
Yeah.
And obviously Libya's got a lot of oil. I think they found some in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So all these different places, and China have moved in and basically just taken control of these oil fields which they've discovered.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of interest in Africa, and probably the last thing they want to do is piss anyone off in Africa.
True.
So, but yeah, again, it's all about oil. All about oil.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the uprising is not about oil, but the reason China's probably not doing anything is probably about oil.
Yeah.
So the prices rise to like £1.30 a litre, and we only buy like 3.7% of our oil from Libya, and the oil prices managed to go up dramatically.
Yeah, it has.
Domestically.
Domestically. Meow, meow, meow. Well, I was going to ask you a question earlier, I forgot. Damn it.
So, your turn to come up with a question.
I don't know. Is it Joe's?
Yeah, it's Joe's turn.
I can't think of a question.
Just think, you got 20 seconds, ready? Go. 1, 2, 3.
If you could either be, right, because you mentioned them earlier, if you could either be Godzilla or that giant moth thing,
Yeah.
which one, man? But you've got to fight the other.
I'd rather be the moth, because can moths shoot like silk? And actually, I wouldn't be Godzilla, because you know, if you touch moth's wings, apparently they can't fly anymore because they got dust on them or something. I'd rather be Godzilla.
Yeah, but this is a special moth.
I'd rather be probably Godzilla, just because moths are fucking disgusting with their legs and stuff. They're huge. Have you seen them when they go on lampshades and stuff? They're disgusting. If you've got one of those upturned lampshades anywhere in your house, look inside there. I guarantee there'll be about 15 dead moths.
Fuck, you know.
Oh, that's nasty.
I've got a question for you guys, actually.
Yeah, what?
Who would win in a fight, a bear or a lion?
Bear.
Joe?
I'll tell you what, right? There's been an argument within my people from my class, one of my classes,
For my people.
for months now, and it is who would win in a fight, a bear or a gorilla?
A bear.
A bear would
Bear,
win easy.
obviously. Thank you.
A
bear
bear
would beat a
just
lion.
fucking Swipe.
Yeah.
A bear could beat a lion, man.
Yeah, easily. It's actually been proven. They used to do it in America back in their days. They used to do it.
Godzilla's, Romans, and
Who would win in a fight, Godzilla or a bear? Or a giant bear?
who would win in a fight? Yeah, Tony Blair or George Bush?
I reckon Blair's got more wits.
I think Bush. He's fucking drunk all the time, man. I'm not kidding.
Who would win in a fight then? No, let me think. Hitler, yeah, or Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
No, Hitler, like not when he was like dying, like the dying days when he's stuck in his fucking bunker eating sauerkraut. I'm on about like when he was in his prime in like late 1930s, right?
Dude, I'd love to answer the question, but we have about 20 seconds left.
Okay.
So we'll let the users can comment below. Who would win in a fight, Gaddafi in his good old days, or Gaddafi in his good years, or Hitler in his good days? Okay, let's all say goodbye at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. fuck's sake. You left me hanging there. Alright, peace.
Peace.